So as you can see, some pretty decent stuff at this TJ Maxx. This particular TJ Maxx tends to have solid choices every time I go, and a lot of that stuff I did have. I made sure to stress pretty hardcore about First Instinct Together. You guys know I love that fragrance. But I came across another Ellis portfolio fragrance. I was so pleasantly surprised by Elite. Even though this was open, this is Ellis Portfolio Red. I did check it on video actually. It's all intact. 13 bucks. The other one impressed me enough to where I'm going to give this one a try. And then I do have Mont Blanc Emblem and Mont Blanc Emblem Absolute. And I figured, why not complete the line? Let's check it out. 30 bucks for a 60 ml. Could do a little bit better online, but I like grabbing it right then and there in the moment. So I grabbed this as well. We'll bust these open, even though this one doesn't really need to be busted open. Give them a smell and see what I think. Easy enough. So we'll start with Ellis Portfolio Red, because this was the cheapest in the video, even cheaper than I paid for Ellis Portfolio Elite. That one was 15 bucks from Burlington. This was 13 from TJ Maxx. Now, I didn't look at any notes on either one of these. I did not go online or do anything like that. I did not spray this, which based on it being open, I'm sure it's been sprayed already. I'm going to assume this is in the realm of Polo Red. The name, the color scheme, I'm just thinking it's going to be a Polo Red type of fragrance. Smells like I'm pretty close, because I can smell it out the atomizer. Of course, it's been sprayed. Yeah, I'm definitely getting a Polo Red type of smell. That fresh, fruity sweetness. Fresh and fruity, youthful, playful. That's what it's reminding me of for sure, Polo Red. Maybe not exactly Polo Red. It's got a little bit of a bubblegum sweetness to it. So maybe not exactly Polo Red. This has got a lot of bubblegum action going. This smells more like Argos, to be honest with you. It's got that Argos bubblegumminess, not the Invictus bubblegum. There's two different types in my opinion. More on that apple, mint, vanilla kind of thing. It's like a cross between Argos and Polo Red, because I'm getting vibes of both. That's kind of what I'm getting here. 13 bucks, it damn sure ain't bad though. Man. And I had somebody in the comments tell me that this peeled off, and it sure does. On the actual Ellis jewel, there is plastic covering it. I'll be nice and shiny. You can see all the fingerprints from the last person that touched it. Yeah, this is almost like a hybrid Polo Red Versace Argos kind of smell. Very youthful, very playful, not a serious fragrance. Casual, a little sweeter for work than most would like, but if you like sweeter fragrances, this would be totally fine for work. Inoffensive and playful. Nothing serious, nothing well put together. I wouldn't dress this one up. Like I said, casual type of scent. I mean, polo shirt, of course, it'll work in that situation too, but definitely a good t-shirt fragrance. Yeah, that's my final verdict. A cross between Argos and Polo Red. Not bad. Especially for $13. You can do a lot worse on a $13 fragrance than Ellis Portfolio Red. Now then, Emblem Intense. So I haven't wore the original Emblem in a long time. I have a 40 ml of that. I never wear Absolute because it just smells like a slightly sweeter Boss Bottled. And anytime I want to wear Boss Bottled, I'll just wear Boss Bottled. But I've always thought the bottles were unique. Speaking of bottles, it's the actual emblem, the Mont Blanc Emblem. They shaped the bottle like it. So clever play on words with the name. So they do have good atomizers too. Wow, that is the original turned up. That violet leaf cinnamon smell. Go real big spray. Arm is, I don't know if it's going to pick it up. Arm is soaked right here. I don't know if you can tell. Yeah, this is better than the original. This has more of a fruitiness. That bubblegummy aspect is still there from the original. It's a mild Invictus bubblegum type of smell. but there's some more fruitiness going on here besides just that cinnamon that's like the main thing for the scent DNA. This is nicer. This is definitely nicer than the original. Though I don't find it to be more intense. I find it's just a little bit of a sweeter take on the original. It's not like screaming off of my skin where it's like, ooh, yeah, that's much more robust. I think intense wasn't the best name for it. I don't know, maybe. We'll see. It's definitely the similar DNA. It is dialed up a little bit, so I guess it is fitting, but it adds more sweetness than the original had. While still that, I believe it's violet leaf is what I'm smelling here, and cinnamon. Cinnamon's very present in the original and in this one, but there's a balance of some additional sweetness that wasn't as present in the original that's, I guess, making it more intense, if you will. Very, very pleasant. Great fragrance to start building a collection. If you don't want to spend a lot of money and you want something that doesn't smell like everything else, designer level type of stuff, not going to spend a ton of money. I mean, 30 bucks. 30 bucks will get you a 100 ml from discounters online. So that's where I said I know I can do a little better online, but running into it in the wild, I was totally fine with it. It's one I always put off getting. It's been in my cart many times from FragranceNet, but seeing it in person, there's just something about finding it out in the wild that intrigues me a bit more. This is definitely nicer than Perry Ellis Portfolio Red, while that is still a lovely scent, especially for 13 bucks. The quality's a little bit better here, a little bit, still a synthetic designer fragrance, but it's more enjoyable. I feel like this can do a lot more. It works in more scenarios and situations. I feel like this can dress up a little bit easier, while still not a formal smelling fragrance. I feel like even though it's got more sweetness balancing with the spice from the original's DNA, I feel like it's balanced enough where it's not too playful, it's not too serious. It kind of rides that line to where you can do a lot of things with it. Signature scent type of stuff. A more modern signature scent. I definitely like this. I'm glad I grabbed it. I'll wear this more than the other two, for sure. That's Mont Blanc Emblem. Intense. So put these two in the win column. I'm intrigued by this Perry Ellis Portfolio series as a whole, because this one now not as good as Elite. I still like Elite more because it's basically Platinum Egoist. Just a cheaper version of it, essentially. Smells cheaper too, you know, but it's 15 bucks. 13 bucks. This is a great little cheapie to add to your collection. Young guys, somebody on a severe budget, you can get away just fine with this. It smells really good. More along the lines of Argos than Polo Red, though, I find. An Emblem Intense, I think it's the best one in the line. I do. Better than the original, better than Absolute. Absolute doesn't smell anything like the original. It smells like a sweeter Boss Bottled. This smells like a better version of the original. If you see this one out there, this is a pretty nice pickup. If I had to put a number on them, I would say this is kind of a 6, 5.5, 6 average. Not spectacular, but solid, especially for the 13 bucks. And I would say this is every bit of a 7. Every bit of a 7 out of 10. This is a very good fragrance for the money, I think. And until next time, do me a real quick favor. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, because I do appreciate all the feedback. Love hearing from you guys. Have you tried either one of these? Do you feel the same way I do about the Intense? Best of the line. I really think it is. Might have to do a line talk now that I have all three. Let me know in the comments if that's something you want to see. I'll refresh my memory on the others, spend a little time with this one, do the video if it's something you guys want to see. And until next time, I will say if you get your hands on either one of these, you give them a spray now. Might end up thanking me later. Have a good one, guys.